What if I told you that behind the closed doors of a well-known family, a secret is being guarded so closely, it could redefine their future forever? A secret not locked in a safe, but carried within a mother's womb. This isn't just any pregnancy announcement. This is a dual mystery, a biological cliffhanger with two heartbeats. Jana Duggar stands at the center of this whirlwind, expecting not one, but two miracles. And while the family celebrates the sheer fact of twins, a chosen few hold the ultimate answer: the genders. Who are these two little souls? The truth is out there, but it's hidden in plain sight. Stick with me, because we're going to dissect every clue, every tradition, every hint that might point to the truth. By the end of this deep dive, you'll feel like you're in the room with them, sharing in the agonizing, beautiful suspense. But be warned, the reality might just upend all your predictions. Welcome, documentarians of destiny, to an unfolding story of exponential joy, ancient family legacies, and a modern-day secret that has everyone talking. I'm your host, and today, we are embarking on a comprehensive investigation into the next great chapter for the Duggar family. The headline is stunning in its simplicity: Jana Duggar is pregnant with twins. But the subtext is where the real drama lies. It's a narrative fueled by whispered intelligence, fervent speculation, and the timeless human desire to know what's coming next. For the Duggars, a family no stranger to the public eye, this period is a unique blend of their very public identity and an intensely private, cherished secret. The air in their home isn't just filled with joy, it's charged with the silent knowledge of who is about to arrive. Imagine the scene in the Duggar compound. If you think you know what a busy household looks like, multiply that by 100. Now, inject into that environment the specific, potent energy of an impending double blessing. We're not talking about preparing a nursery, we're talking about preparing an ecosystem for two newborns who will operate on their own mysterious, synchronized schedule. The usual Duggar rhythms, the shared meals, the group activities, the collective responsibilities, are now underscored by a new, urgent melody: preparation. But this preparation has a fascinating split personality. On one hand, it's practical, logistical, almost militaristic in its scale, sourcing two of everything, from car seats to cribs, evaluating space, planning sleeping arrangements. On the other hand, it's deeply emotional and secretive. Amongst the piles of neutral-colored onesies and diapers, there are knowing glances. There are hushed conversations that stop when someone else enters the room. There is the profound, intimate knowledge shared between Jana, her partner, and perhaps a select few others, the knowledge of whether those tiny socks will be worn by boys, girls, or one of each. This is the crux of our documentary today. From confidential sources embedded within the family's trusted circle, individuals who have spoken on condition of anonymity to protect their relationships, we have confirmed a critical fact: the genders of Jana Duggar's twins are known. They are not a mystery to the immediate family. This information, likely gleaned from a detailed anatomy scan weeks or months ago, is their treasure. It is the first piece of their children's identities, a foundational truth upon which they are quietly building their private dreams. This secret transforms their experience from a waiting game into a period of rich, personal anticipation. They aren't wondering what they are dreaming of who. They may already be using names. They might be envisioning specific futures, pondering which family traits might appear in a son or a daughter. This secret knowledge is their shield and their solace, a private joy amidst the very public celebration of their pregnancy. And so, we arrive at the great, swirling vortex of public speculation. With the confirmation that someone knows, the guessing becomes not just fun, but a passionate endeavor. The possibilities form three distinct, compelling narratives for the Duggar family's future. Each possibility isn't just about gender, it's about dynamics, legacy, and the subtle reshaping of an already large family's culture. Theory 1. The sisterhood supremacy. Two daughters. Envision the Duggar family landscape with two new girls. In a family with many sisters, this would be a powerful reinforcement of the feminine bond. These twins would enter a world with built-in mentors, a legion of aunts who were also sisters, ready to guide them through the unique experience of growing up Duggar. But their bond with each other would be paramount. A twin sisterhood is a fortress. It's shared secrets in the dark, invented languages, a united front against big brothers, and an unparalleled understanding. For Jana, raising twin daughters would be a masterclass in nurturing powerful, interdependent women. It would mean double the tea parties, double the braiding of hair, double the profound conversations in the years to come. It would add a new, potent layer to the strong sisterly network already present in the family. The energy would be one of deep connection, emotional intelligence, and a formidable, loving alliance. Theory 2. The Brotherhood Legacy. 2 sons. Now, cast the scene with 2 boys. The Duggar men are known for their craftsmanship, their responsibility, their role as protectors and providers. 2 sons arriving together would be like planting 2 strong oaks side by side. They would grow in tandem, competing, collaborating, and forging a brotherly bond tempered in the fires of twinhood. Imagine them as toddlers, a miniature duo getting into mischief. Imagine them as young men, potentially sharing similar interests, perhaps working together on family projects. For a father, it's the dream of a built-in team, of passing down skills to 2 eager learners at once. In a family with many sons, they would find immediate camaraderie, but their twin connection would set them apart, creating a unique subunit within the brotherhood. The dynamic would be one of action, loyalty, and a quiet, competitive drive to both stand out and stand together. Theory 3. The Ultimate Package. 1 boy, 1 girl. This is the scenario that many consider the best of both worlds, and for good reason. It is the instant completion of a core family unit. A pigeon pair. A son and a daughter arriving on the same day. The dynamic here is the most complex and potentially the most enlightening. From day one, they're each other's introduction to the opposite sex. Their relationship would be free of gendered expectations from each other. They would simply be siblings, but with the fascinating lens of difference. He would learn gentleness and protection from having a sister so close. She would learn strength and frank companionship from having a brother so near. For the parents, it's the ultimate balancing act, navigating the different emotional and physical trajectories of a son and a daughter simultaneously. It prevents the family from tilting too heavily in one gendered direction and offers a complete spectrum of parental experience from the very first moment. The speculation is not merely idle gossip, it's a form of social and cultural analysis. People look for clues everywhere. They analyze Jana's appearance, the so-called glow, or how she is carrying. Is she all round out front, which some old wives' tales attribute to boys, or more spread out, which they link to girls? With twins, these tales get muddied, doubling the intrigue. They note any cravings mentioned in passing: sweet for girls, sour for boys. Again, with 2 babies, does she crave both? The analysis extends to the family's history. Is there a pattern of twin births in their lineage? Are they fraternal or identical? Fraternal twins, which are more common, are the result of 2 separate eggs and can be any combination: boy/boy, girl/girl, or boy/girl. Identical twins from 1 split egg are always the same gender. The type of twins is a medical fact the family certainly knows, and it dramatically narrows the possibilities. If they're identical, the secret is either 2 boys or 2 girls. If they are fraternal, the mystery has 3 possible outcomes. Our sources have not revealed this key piece of the puzzle, keeping the speculation truly wide open. Now, let's focus on our protagonist, Jana Duggar. To understand the weight of the secret, we must step into her shoes. Carrying 1 child is a monumental life event. Carrying 2 is a feat of physiological and psychological endurance. Her body is a dedicated factory operating on double shifts, producing 2 complete human beings. The strain on her cardiovascular system, her musculoskeletal structure, her nutritional reserves, is immense. She likely experiences heightened versions of every common pregnancy symptom: more fatigue, more back pain, more frequent urination, potentially more severe morning sickness. Yet, she moves through this profound physical journey with an added layer of personal insight. Every kick, every roll, every hiccup she feels, she might be attributing them to 1 child or the other. She may have already distinguished their personalities in utero. Perhaps baby A is active and baby B is calm. Her connection to them is not abstract. It's specific and informed by the secret she carries. When she rests her hands on her belly, she isn't just connecting with the babies, she's connecting with her son and daughter, or her two sons, or her two daughters. This knowledge transforms her quiet moments of reflection into vivid, personal imaginings. The partner, the expectant father, is on a parallel journey. He is the chief supporter, the protector, the practical planner. He is likely the one researching the best twin strollers, ensuring the home is safe, and stepping up to handle even more of the daily burdens to allow Jana to rest. But he is also the co-keeper of the secret. Together, they form a sacred council of two, or perhaps three, if they've included a trusted parent. They bear the weight of the knowledge together. When friends and extended family playfully interrogate them, they have likely developed a well-rehearsed dance of deflection. We're just praying for healthy babies. We'll be happy with whatever God gives us. These statements, while utterly true, also serve as perfect smokescreens, allowing the secret to remain intact. His pride is twofold: pride in his resilient partner and pride in the future he knows is coming, a future he can picture in specific detail while everyone else sees only a blurry, wonderful outline. The family ecosystem around them is fascinating to observe. The Duggar family is, by nature, a close-knit unit. The arrival of twins isn't just Jana's news, it's family news. It's a project. Siblings are undoubtedly offering help, planning babysitting rotations for the future, and sharing in the excitement. But within this collective, there are likely tiers of knowledge. The parents, Jim, Bob, and Michelle, probably know. A sister who went to the ultrasound appointment might know. But other siblings might be deliberately kept in the dark to preserve the surprise for them as well. This creates a beautiful, complex web within the family itself. Some are insiders to the secret, while others are fellow speculators, making the eventual reveal a shock and delight for them, too. The practical preparations are a documentary unto themselves. We're talking about logistics on an industrial scale. First, the gear. 2 cribs that may or may not be side by side. A double stroller, will it be side by side or tandem? Decisions on car seats that will dominate the vehicle. The sheer volume of supplies is staggering. It's estimated that twins can go through over 100 diapers a week in the early months. That's a logistical supply chain that needs to be established. Second, the space. The nursery must be configured for efficiency. Everything needs to be within arm's reach for those sleep-deprived midnight feeds. Is there room for 2 rocking chairs? How will the changing station be set up for rapid succession changes? Third, the support system. This is where the Duggar family size becomes a strategic advantage. A roster for meal trains, for laundry help, for holding a baby so a parent can shower, is being drafted. This isn't just helpful, it's essential for parental survival. The family is mobilizing like a benevolent army preparing for a delightful, demanding campaign. But let's delve deeper into the psychological and emotional landscape of this waiting period. This in-between time after the secret is known internally, but before it is revealed publicly, is a unique emotional space. It's a period of anticipatory ownership. The parents own the truth of their children in a way the outside world does not. This creates a subtle, powerful sense of privilege and intimacy. It also creates a low-grade, pleasurable tension. Every baby-related conversation with outsiders is layered. When someone says, "I bet you're hoping for a boy and a girl," the parents can smile a genuine but inscrutable smile because they know. This knowledge allows them to be calm amidst the speculation. The storm of guesses swirls around them, but they are in the eye of the storm, at peace with their certain truth. This period is also one of narrative construction. With the genders known, the parents are already writing the first chapters of their children's story in their minds. They are not just thinking a baby, they are thinking of a son who might have his father's eyes, or a daughter who might have her grandmother's smile. They are considering name meanings with new specificity. They might be drawn to names that work well together for twins, but not matchy-matchy. They are pondering how to foster individuality from the start. This internal narrative building is a profound act of love and welcome. Furthermore, we must consider the cultural and familial context. The Duggar family has certain public values and traditions. The reveal of the twins' genders will be interpreted through that lens. Will a reveal of 2 boys be seen as a strengthening of the family's male line? Would 2 girls be celebrated as a beautiful expansion of the sisterhood? Would one of each be hailed as the perfect, balanced blessing? The public narrative will inevitably attach these meanings, regardless of the family's purely personal joy. This adds a meta layer to the secret. It's not just personal data, it's a piece of information that will generate a public story about the family's future. Now, let's explore the potential pathways to the great reveal. In the modern era, a gender reveal is an event. For a family like the Duggars, it could take several forms. 1. The grand party, a large family gathering with a creative mechanism, a box of colored balloons, a cake with colored filling, colored smoke, or even a piñata. The moment of revelation is a shared, explosive celebration. 2. The intimate disclosure, a smaller, more private moment captured on video, perhaps just Jana, her partner, and her parents. They might open a small box with 2 pairs of shoes or onesies. The raw, intimate emotion of this moment is then shared with the wider world. 3. The digital announcement, a cleverly crafted social media post or video that unveils the secret in a creative, delayed way. This allows them to control the narrative and share it with their vast audience on their own terms. The method they choose will speak volumes about how they want to transition their private truth into public knowledge. The planning of this event is a significant subplot happening right now, adding another layer of activity and anticipation. But what happens after the reveal? Our documentary must look beyond the confetti. The revelation of the genders is merely the end of Act 1. Act 2 is the final stretch of pregnancy, now with a new, specific focus. If it's 2 girls, the flood of pink dresses and hair bows begins if that's their style. If it's 2 boys, the tiny overalls and miniature boots appear. If it's one of each, the shopping becomes a targeted mission for both aisles. The nursery, once neutral, can now be accented. The names, once secret, can now be tested out loud with family. The speculation ends, and a more concrete form of preparation begins. Then comes Act 3, the birth. Twin births are medically unique. They are often considered higher risk, requiring more monitoring. The chances of cesarean delivery or earlier arrival are statistically higher. The family will be on high alert in the final weeks. The birth itself will be a monumental event. The first cry, then, miraculously, a second. The moment the parents finally lay eyes on the 2 individuals whose spirits they've felt for months. The verification of their secret. It's a boy, and then, it's another boy. Or, it's a girl, and it's a boy. That moment is the ultimate payoff, the transformation of abstract knowledge into tangible, breathless love. And then, the real story begins. Act 4, Life with Twins. This is where our documentary would need to follow them for years. The first blurry months of synchronized feeding, sleeping in shifts, and learning to distinguish identical cries. The first time the twins interact with each other, a grabbed hand, a shared gaze. The toddler years of twin language, solidarity, and inevitable conflict. The school years of being a unit yet forging separate identities. The twin bond is a primary relationship, as impactful as the parent-child bond. It is a lifelong study in connection, comparison, and unconditional loyalty. This is the profound truth behind the playful secret. The gender reveal is a gateway. It opens the door to the infinitely more complex, beautiful, and challenging story of raising 2 human beings at once. The Duggars are not just awaiting a delivery, they are awaiting the start of an epic adventure in parallel parenting. As we attempt to weave all these threads together, the secret, the speculation, the preparation, the psychology, the impending birth, and the lifelong journey beyond, we realize this story is a living organism. It grows and changes daily. New clues might emerge. A slip of the tongue in an interview. A strategically placed item in the background of a social media photo. The family's pattern of previous births might be analyzed for statistical trends. Do boys or girls run in the family? What were the genders of other multiple births in their extended family tree? The The suspense is also a shared cultural experience. In the comments sections of related news, in Facebook groups, in conversations among fans, theories are being debated with the seriousness of sports analysts before a championship game. People feel invested. They feel a part of the joy. This collective anticipation is a modern phenomenon amplified by social media that turns a family event into a communal story. So, where does this leave us? We are observers at the edge of a forest, knowing that a beautiful, rare event is unfolding within. We can hear the rustle of leaves, the hints, the guesses. We can feel the change in the air, the family's public joy. But the central, majestic truth, the specific nature of the two new lives, is still hidden in the foliage. Jana Duggar walks through that forest every day, knowing exactly what she will find at the center. Her partner walks beside her. And soon, very soon, they will lead everyone else in to see. But the story doesn't end at the clearing. The story of the Duggar twins is a saga that will have its own seasons, its own plot twists, its own triumphs and challenges. Today's secret is tomorrow's known fact, and the day after that, it's just a footnote in the rich, complicated biography of two individuals who happen to share a womb and a birthday. Host, tone becomes more direct, urgent, and engaging, and this is exactly why you cannot look away now. We're at the most critical juncture. The secret is poised to break. The reveal could be any day. When it happens, will you be getting the news secondhand from a headline or a filtered social media post? Or will you be here with us, experiencing the analysis, the reaction, and the deep dive into what it truly means for this family's future? This channel is committed to being your definitive source for this unfolding story. We don't just report the news. We analyze the context, explore the history, and connect the dots. When the gender reveal happens, we'll be here with a breakdown of the method, the family's reaction, and the immediate implications. When the twins are born, we'll delve into the significance of their names, their health, and their place in the growing family tree. And as they grow, we'll be here to document the milestones and the unique dynamics of life as Duggar twins. But I need you to be part of this. Your engagement is what allows us to dedicate this level of detail to stories that matter. So, here's your call to action, your mission should you choose to accept it. First, look below. See that like button? Smash it. Turn it red. That single click tells the YouTube algorithm that this in-depth, documentary-style content is valuable. It helps this story reach more people who are just as fascinated as you are. Second, this is non-negotiable. Subscribe to the channel. Go one step further. Tap that little bell icon next to the subscribe button. Turn on all notifications. This is your ticket to the front row. I don't want you to miss a single beat. The moment the reveal video drops, the moment the birth is announced, your phone will alert you. You'll be among the very first to know, to react, and to join the conversation in real time. Third, the speculation is half the fun. Scroll down to the comments section right now. I want to see your forensic analysis. What's your final, official prediction? 2 boys? 2 girls? Or one of each? Type BB for boy boy, GG for girl girl, or BG for boy girl. Make your case. When the truth is revealed, we'll look back and crown the intuitive champions who saw it coming. This is more than just a news story. It's a human story about family, love, anticipation, and the beautiful mystery of life. By subscribing, you're not just following an event, you're becoming part of a community that appreciates the depth and nuance of these milestones. Thank you sincerely for investing your time in this deep dive today. The wait is almost over. The secret can't stay hidden forever. The next chapter is coming, and it's going to be unforgettable. Stay tuned. Stay alert. And I will see you in the next video, where we will undoubtedly have groundbreaking updates.